Well, this morning my message is called The Mystery of Faith, or Dealing with Mystery. I want you guys to understand and know that it's still Easter. A lot of people think that Easter Sunday is the end or the climax, and in actuality, it's the beginning of the Easter season. It's actually called Easter season. It's called Paschal time. It's a time of 50 days that happens from the time of Easter and the resurrection all the way through to Pentecost. And so we are still in Easter, and I want you to celebrate this time. I want you to not take down your Easter decorations at home. I want you to get excited about color. Don't take that down, because for the next 50 days, we will be celebrating Easter. You know, during the Easter season, white symbolizes the hope of the resurrection, and as well as the purity and newness that comes from victory over sin and death. But the symbols of resurrection come in many colors, as you well know. One of them is butterflies. It says the beautiful butterfly with the power of light emerging from an apparently lifeless cocoon. What could be more perfect to symbolize resurrection? In rainbows, it's a sign of the covenant with Noah. Its 7 colors from the top down, if you don't know, are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. They're called the 7 sacraments, and it's a sign of covenant and completion. Easter eggs, they were a symbol of the rebirth of the earth and celebrations of spring, and was adopted by the early Christians as a symbol of the resurrection of Jesus. Flowers represent spring and a return to life. Flowers die off in the wintertime, much like Jesus died on the cross, only to come back. Talking about spring flowers, Lance and I took the girls and little M to go see his parents on their farm in Sutherland Springs last weekend for Easter. That's why I was not here. They had the most, everybody knows about the bluebonnets, right? Everybody loves to go and look at the bluebonnets up 290 and 10 and just all over. 10 is magnificent. We went Interstate 10 to go to San Antonio. They actually live in Sutherland Springs. And it was just so beautiful. And it's not just bluebonnets, because this is the time of year that they, you know, all the wildflowers come out. There was patches of yellow that just shone forever. They had these beautiful white flowers that actually, Emily, while we were Easter egg hunting, she had an altercation with a couple of thorns and got some cuts on her feet because she had sandals on. There were the bottle brush, the Indian. I love those, the little Indian paint brushes. They're so pretty. And people were all over the freeway stopping and pulling their cars over, and people getting out. And it was just so, it was so neat. It was like spring is here, newness, rebirth, excitement, you know. And I even saw some people jumping a fence, okay, for a Kodak moment. And that's probably shouldn't have done that, because you don't know what kind of cows or bulls are lurking on the other side, because I know on Lance's farm they have cows and big bulls that I wouldn't want to have an altercation with. You know, people were pulling over, and it was just really neat. I really enjoyed that. And we got to take some pictures, of course, of Emily. You can see on my Facebook, there's some pictures of Emily Easter egg hunting. So guys, don't hold back on color in the next 50 days. I want you to remember that Easter time is now. It has not stopped. And a lot of people think that, oh, Easter, you know, that's when, you know, we have the whole Easter egg hunt, and Jesus is, you know, hung on a cross, and then he rises, and, you know, that's it. That's it. And that's not it. It's the very beginning of the time. So today I want to talk to you about an event after the resurrection of Jesus. And I'm sure all of you have heard the story of Doubting Thomas. Has everybody heard that story? Well, personally, I've never appreciated the preachers that actually put down Thomas for his doubts, because I personally have identified with his struggles in my life. I agree with Tennyson, who claimed there is more faith in honest doubt, believe me, than in half the creeds. And the Frederick Buckner, who famously said, doubts are like the ants in our pants. They keep it awake and moving. Is that not the truth? It's okay to have doubt and questions. Thomas's nickname was Didymus, which means the twin. And there are times in my life that I feel like I'm his twin in the Easter story. I want to be there. I want there